Welcome back, guys, to Frankbrox Art. I am BrianFBroxton, and this is a place where you come to watch the design process, the illustration, the frustration, the challenges that every artist go through when they're working on, sorry about that, beautiful creations. So consider me your best friend, your artist friend that you always come to get those illustrations done because no one else can do it. I am that friend. So thank you for stopping by again. And today we are working on the feet. And I got something else coming down the pipeline that I'm going to show you guys too. I may put it out tomorrow or whatever. But yeah, the feet, not a lot of people think about the feet, but the feet are very important when you're drawing characters, especially full body, So let us begin working with the beautiful feet. Now, usually when you go and look at this video, you'll see my approach to it. And it's basically the same as maybe, half of the other artists that do it. I always start out with a basic shape of the foot. I'll do like a whatever, if it's front forward, maybe like a triangle, curved triangle shape. And then I'll go in with a rough oval, for the main part of the body of the foot, and then maybe like a smaller oval for like the heel, and then I'll add in like a curved shape for the arch of the foot. And then when I go in to do the toes, it's a little different. I'll draw like the line of the top of each toe, and then I'll make like the curves and those little, because each toe has like the 3 bones, and that's why it's so important to learn about like anatomy. And it helps if you want to make proportions and do like your perspective drawing, and making sure that muscle groups are all together. Learning anatomy and muscles is pretty important. Hey, if you can survive without it and nobody can really tell, then go for what you know. But in my experience, learning about the muscle groups and the body parts, the skeletal system, it's kind of important. So with the toes, like I said, the basic shape of the toe, because the toe is kind of like you got the 3 joints, and you make the curve around the front of the toe, and then you draw like the little notches to show the different joints or whatever, because you can look at your own toe and you can actually turn your feet up. I'm actually turning my feet up right now. You can actually see, like the little line that separates, the different joints. So, if you don't have any reference material, use yourself as reference material. Take those shoes and socks off and look at those feet, and as we finish with the toes, we add some details. I didn't really add like a lot of like details, because when you look at your foot, you have more of a you can see kind of like when you're flexing your feet, you can see like the muscle grooves. You can probably see maybe like a little bit of your skeleton, a little bit, as you wiggle your toes, so you can draw those little lines in there in the front of the foot to kind of emphasize like that muscle, or your, you can see like the joints or whatever, and that'll make the foot a little bit more realistic. So now lastly, you can go into doing shading, but I did my shading when I went into doing my color, because I only did one example of like color, and I did like a little example of like some shading, some color blocking, stuff like that. So you can do that if you're, doing something in color or whatever. But if you're working with charcoal pencil or some other medium, sure, you know, take that, you know, look at the light and, you know, the way the light falls on it, you know, make sure you got your darks and your light, your highlights and whatnot. But, you know, I did everything in Illustrator, so it's a little bit different. I didn't really have any reference material for lighting. I just kind of made up, you know, some lighting, you know, choices or whatever. So there you go. The feet. It takes a lot of practice, you know, getting it perfect, you know. Mine is decent. It's not perfection like, you know, Leonardo da Vinci or anything like that. But, you know, it is effective. So continue drawing. Sorry, my computer went dead on me. Continue drawing. Work on those circles. Make circles like crazy. And I will see you on the next video. Peace out, guys. Thanks for my subscribers, man. It's growing. I'm growing, baby. Thank you all for subscribing and, you know, sticking with me. And I got more stuff coming. So peace out.